Today's horoscope, Sagittarius February 16, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. You're inclined to do a lot of thinking or discussing today. It's a generally good time for sorting things out, but there's some tendency to skip steps and speak far more than we listen. The day could be hectic in spots as a result, largely due to a Mercury-Mars aspect that might convince you that you need to get things done immediately. Avoid jumping to conclusions or communicating too quickly. Note that mental stress could interfere with your ability to think clearly and take action confidently for the time being. Consider that pushing things likely leads to aggravation. Feed your mind's need for stimulation, however. You could be feeling a little pressed to make decisions, but later today, you can feel less pressure. The moon moving into your social sector today helps you gain perspective. Today could be a dazzling day to have a heart-to-heart with a best friend or acquaintance in regards to advice about your personal or romantic life. This is because our sweet moon, lovely Luna, will be shining from her perch in your solar house. This person would have a kind and compassionate perception of how you can improve your romantic life. Sometimes, we need to be vulnerable and trust others as we open ourselves up to what they have to say. That is how we build some of the most meaningful connections in our lives. Strike while the iron is hot. Do not waste a second of your creative potential when the moon in Libra trines Pluto in Aquarius and opposes Venus in Aries. You may have an incredible download that is worth pursuing. This new idea could be connected to a passion project or a professional dream. Either way, you can see where this idea may lead. You never know what could be financially and professionally advantageous until you give something a chance. Let your inspiration lead the way in your work life. With today's astral energies at play, you may feel extra sensitive. If you don't know what you think or feel, perhaps you could take some time to yourself and do something relaxing. Take your mind off the job, the kids, the spouse, the boss, and spend some time getting distracted in a healthy way. Definitely exercise. Definitely drink a lot of water. The balancing act of separating what you want from what others want will be easier if you give yourself some extra room. This is a day perfect for taking a good hard look at your family situation. Recognizing unhealthy relationships within your own family can be difficult at best. Yet, there comes a time for many people when this is necessary. If this is something you have to deal with, be sure to think through every possible angle. Talking things over with a trusted friend can give you some insight and perhaps ideas on how you can make things better for yourself. Perhaps writing a letter could help, or some form of counseling will give you the needed strength. Check all the options out. After just 17 days in your communication sector, Mercury leaves today, though leaving behind planets that can keep the communication lines open. With the asteroid Juno, the Queen of Commitment, returning to your relationship sector next week, continuing to work with the Sun and Pluto couldn't be more important. Meanwhile, this will see Mercury follow Venus into your home and family sector, and while she left last week, she will be back for a do-over. This has already made home where your heart is, with Mercury able to get your head in the game, ideas on the table and the communication lines open. After just 17 days in your communication sector, Mercury, the planet of communication, leaves today, but with the communication lines in safe hands. While the Sun will leave early next week and the dwarf planet Ceres a week later, with Pluto in the early months of a 20-year visit, he is here for the long haul. However, Mercury has been here during Jupiter's early days in direct motion in your relationship sector and is able to play a big part in getting the communication lines open. Daily Planetary Overview. As the day begins, the moon in Virgo aligns with the South Node, opposing the North Node in Pisces. This cosmic alignment invites you to take a closer look at your future and reassess how you envision your path ahead. Are you focusing too much on the practical side of things, limiting yourself with rigid expectations? While being realistic is important, sometimes hope and faith in the unknown can lead to the most beautiful outcomes. Think back to a time when something wonderful happened in your life. Was it planned to the last detail, or did it unfold in an unexpected way? The universe is reminding you to leave room for possibilities beyond what you can logically predict. Later today, as the moon transitions into Libra, you may notice a shift in your emotions. Where Virgo energy encourages analysis and perfectionism, Libra brings a sense of balance and harmony. If you've been feeling a bit overwhelmed by self-criticism or overthinking, this is the perfect time to reconnect with someone who brings clarity and perspective. Have you ever had a conversation that completely changed the way you saw a situation? Sometimes, simply speaking your thoughts aloud to someone you trust can help you find your center. Don't be afraid to open up, you might be surprised at the insights you gain. If you do find yourself caught in a heated discussion, remember that your words have power. A single careless remark can derail your plans or create distance between you and those you care about. Misunderstandings are likely to arise today, so choose your words carefully and strive for diplomacy. Keeping a cool head, even when emotions run high, will allow you to maintain control of your own narrative. If frustration builds, channel it into something productive. Physical activity, a creative project, or even a short walk can help release pent-up energy. Staying hydrated and taking care of your body will also keep you feeling more balanced and in control. You may also notice that small inconveniences bother you more than usual. The little things, delays, mistakes, offhand comments might feel disproportionately frustrating. Have you ever found yourself getting irritated over something minor, only to realize later that it wasn't worth the energy? If you feel yourself becoming overly reactive, take a moment to step back. Engaging in solo activities or focusing on tasks that bring you a sense of order and accomplishment can be a good way to reset. When it comes to relationships, tensions may arise, especially if you find yourself overly focused on flaws or imperfections. If your partner or someone close to you is getting on your nerves, consider whether the issue is truly worth addressing. Is it something that will matter in the long run, or is it simply a fleeting frustration? Instead of jumping into an argument, give yourself a moment to breathe. Sometimes, distance and perspective can do more to resolve tension than words ever could. Financially, things are looking promising. You have a keen sense of negotiation today, making it an ideal time to explore new opportunities. Whether you're making a purchase, discussing a raise, or considering a financial investment, trust your instincts, they will guide you toward beneficial choices. Have you ever had a gut feeling about an opportunity that turned out to be right? That same inner wisdom is working in your favor today, helping you navigate financial decisions with confidence. New connections could also open doors for you, so don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Even a casual conversation could lead to valuable opportunities down the line. As the day unfolds, take a moment to reflect on what truly brings balance into your life. Are you allowing room for flexibility and spontaneity, or are you holding on too tightly to expectations? Are you responding to challenges with patience, or letting momentary frustrations dictate your mood? Life is always shifting, but the more you learn to flow with it rather than resist, the more peace you'll find. The universe is reminding you that even in moments of tension, there is room for growth, connection, and unexpected blessings. Stay open, stay hopeful, and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should.